So we waited around and we made it. You look like Bob the Builder.
And mule would regain its eyesight. But
in the army, they taught me you can sleep anywhere if you try hard enough.
Getting ready for our first windstorm, sandstorm, duststorm. Welcome. We are the Roving Vets, and in this episode, we will be in Bisbee, Arizona, Cochise Stronghold, and you'll see a dust storm. We are in the town of Bisbee, Arizona. Apparently there's an RV park. Who knew? We're gonna do the Queen Mine tour. So apparently you can get in a little, mine car and go down in there. So we're gonna check it out because a lot of people have told us to do this. So we're gonna do it. I got no idea. I have zero idea what that is, but it looks kind of neat. But look at the pit. They have it like all fenced, so you can't really see.
They've been digging for a while here, huh?
Oh yeah.
How long would it take you to dig this?
So we waited around to try to do the tour, and 2 people didn't show up. So now we get to do it. So now I gotta go grab my jacket out of the car because it's like 50 degrees in there apparently. I probably should have brought it in, but whatever. So we waited around and we made it. We made it. So we're excited. We're real excited.
we have 4 levels on top and we have 2 levels below us. In between each level is about approximately 100 feet of rock and ore. Okay, I told you I'd be ringing the bell when I'm letting you know we're moving. We're going to be stopping at 150 feet. Then I'm going to open an air door. Then we're going to stop at a stope. It requires 36 stairs of climbing going up to that stope.
Here we go. Hard hats, lights required at this point. Well, I've got my lights. See the sparkle?
Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed your tour. You've never been on such a short tour, huh? So anyways, I told you we'd be stopping at 150 feet. This right here, like I say, is the narrowest and the darkest part of the mine right here. Now, in 1945, after this mine was not in use, and also this tunnel, this is where they used to train the firefighters. As you will see going down the tour, how much timber was used. You had sawdust, you had timber, miner smoke, and then in later years you had your carbide lamps. So what else could go wrong? Fire. There we go. See, I bet nobody answered.
Oh wow, that goes down. Oh wow, I wouldn't want to ride that down. Working with that. So we are going down in the mine at Bisbee, Arizona. Here's a little break area looking. A clean mine is a safe mine. Please use handrails. Now we're going up the stairs. How you doing, dear?
Into a B&B. Would you come stay in here?
Probably. You look like Bob the Builder.
I am Bob the Builder.
Yeah, we're in the mine. I don't know if...
What's that thunder?
Then you see that orange rusty color right there, that's called hematite. That's where you will get your milligrams of gold in the Bisbee mines right there. So when you came down to work, I told you came in pairs. In 1881, the way they sent you down here is they gave you 3 10-inch candles. I told you about 34 years of mining. That's the original entrance into the Copper Queen Mine right there. Back then, and to this day, it's still called the Old Glory Hole.
Oh, wow.
That right there would take you can see the path going south. The other workers on their way going south, it would be 2 men here. Like I said, each one got 3 10-inch candles for their 10-hour shift, like over there. That's still got kind of happening right there. It's split very thinly.
Or should I say Bob the Miner?
A little bit of green, a little bit of, but of course, level up on top. You have tremors, young men that would get their this ore car, fill it 1 ton. You bring it in their levels up there and come and drop it into this transfer shaft. I told you about that raised miner. This is one of the transfer shafts that he had. It's a 400-footer coming, like I say, from the 7th level. All that rock would come down here. Then by then they had shafts going all over this place. Down the southwest mine down there, shafts like crazy. So what they would do is fill this about 3/4 full. Either take it to the southwest or take it down to that to the Prince mine. You probably saw a little sign there, evacuation route. Also, that would be our evacuation route in case we couldn't go back the same way that we came in. You had to have 2 ways in, and you had to have 2 ways out. Very young men, 18, 19 years old. Well, in the process, when you were trying to fill this right here, sometimes you'd open and nothing would come down. You were given a chute bar. This is what you were given. And a lag, what you do is you put a lag in mine tuck, but it's a board, and you start poking up. That's what you would do in order to bring some of the rock down, in order to fill this 1-ton ore car. Well, at times, even that was a little too high. So, what you did is you went to this right here. Oh. Got a 10-foot pole, stick of dynamite. Oh. Apache Powder Company still exists in Benson, Arizona. A blasting cap and a 16-foot fuse. If any of you are going down I-10 today, you pass St. David, do stop by Apache Powder Company, and you tell them Frank sends you and see if they could give you some goodies to take home. So anyways, what you did is when you got these right here, you open that about halfway, take it all the way as far as you could, close that door, light that fuse, and your partner would go about as far as where we got off of the motors over there, the man cars down there, and you would do the same thing on the other side. That is to make sure that during that blast, nobody came in and walked in. Make sure nobody got hurt in case one of these doors happened to pop open at the time. So anyways, after they got rid of the tremors, they brought down the mules. Now these mules, before they're brought down here, they are trained on the surface to pull 4 1-ton ore cars.
Wow.
When they bring those mules down, they're going to spend here 4 to 5 years. Then they're going to rotate them 4 to 5 years later. But it's nice to know that back then Phelps Dodge had a vet for these mules. They had the best of mules, and they had stables down here for the mules. Now let's say that during that 4 to 5 year rotation, one of the mules lost its eyesight. Well, that vet would get it, put a hood on it, poke some holes, take it to the top. Phelps Dodge had a lot of land, and they had a dark barn. They'd put it in that dark barn, and gradually, little by little, they'd open that door until that mule would regain its eyesight. But it was down here 4 or 5 years in the darkness. The only time it would see light is when one of the guys that was working with him was carrying around a candle. That's what it was back then. So anyways, when they took them up to the surface at the rotation, they never came back down. They were rotated. They were retired. They were retired, 401k and all. So anyways, I told you about bonuses. One day there's some miners that want to make some extra bonus. So what they do is they attach a 5th car. They want that extra, you know. So they try to get that mill going, but how many ore cars was that mill trained for?
4.
There we go. That mill didn't go nowhere. So they unhooked that fifth one, that mule took off. They say that that was the first union that was formed down here.
Alright, so now you're going to be driving back through the mine, and I just added some pictures on here so that way you would have a little something to look at as you drive through the mine. And I just put this video on here just to kind of show you how far it is to get down into the mine. Now, have you really ever thought much about where your resources come from? Probably not. But this is actually a good indication of how much work it is to get to. And that, yeah, that's the outhouse slash porta potty, I guess you could say, down in the mine. And obviously we had to take a picture on it because it was funny. Now, Bisbee is one of those places that we didn't know for sure if we were going to go or not, but then when we realized that you could really see all of Tombstone in half of a day, we drove just a little bit down the road and we decided to go to Bisbee after all. So yes, you can do both Tombstone and Bisbee in the same day, and it doesn't make for even too long of a day. Just about perfect, actually. One thing you're going to want to remember is that Arizona is spread out. Their towns are not very close together, so we stayed at Goldminers RV Resort, and from there we saw Chiricahua National Monument, Bisbee, Arizona, and Tombstone, as well as the Cochise Stronghold. We did all of that. We stayed at the same RV park for 1 week. Man, I ain't trying to go down there. This is what happens if you don't wear closed-toed shoes. They make you some. Alright, we're driving back to Goldminers RV Park now. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous mountain sunset. Yes, they had a Maverick. If you tried to explain to me this sunset right now in southeast Arizona, I wouldn't believe you. Look at these colors. No filter. Like, look at my face right now. There's no filter on this. Like, that's just the colors right now. So yeah, it's been like overcast and just kind of dreary looking all day, but I mean, you can't see it in this mode because I'm in selfie mode or whatever, but that sunset, I'm cool with the fact that it was cloudy all day today, because without those clouds, there wouldn't be that sunset. So absolutely gorgeous. It's something I've never heard of. Never heard of it. Okay, ready? Pickle juice, peppercini, and vodka. Guess what? Yep. I love pickle juice, and actually it's good. I'm liking it. Well, I mean, it's an old SD card. Maybe it won't work. It's from my old phone. Oop, there he goes. I can't look up because it's the sun's up there. You can see it in the shadow though. Oh, Maverick's freaking out. He don't like that thing very much. Maverick is not so sure about it. You hear him over there yapping? Yappity yap yap. Maverick's like, I don't know about that. So today we are at the Cochise Stronghold in Pearce, Arizona. The formations really do look a whole lot like at Chiricahua National Monument. They look very, very similar, but it is only about 40 minutes drive apart, so that's probably part of it. But it's really pretty out here. So we decided to take a 0.4 mile trail today. Yeah, this one's not too bad. Say again? What'd you say?
Alligator juniper with the funny bark. Remember?
Oh wow, it does.
Trees look funny.
The
bark.
Yeah. It's a really pretty day. It's about 80 degrees. Could have even worn shorts out here, but leggings with Motivas. I'm definitely going to have a tan from these shoes. It's only March, 2nd, and I got a tan line going already. If you were walking at night, you would probably think that's a hornet's nest, but it's just a big knot in the tree. So the difference in me and Rob on all these walking trails is I stop and look at all the things. Like all the beauty, I just stop and look for a while. And he just walks and walks and walks. I don't feel like he even looks at all the cool stuff half the time. He says he's trying to get there and then he'll see it on the way back, but I don't know. Rob found him a rock that he claimed a name to. What's it called?
Nap rock. In the Army, they taught me you can sleep anywhere. If you try hard enough.
Quit. Thing I would say about this, we're here in first week of March, and there are already so many little critters flying around your head. I would probably suggest bug spray out here, because I have some in the car, but I didn't think about needing it, but I could definitely use it. I'm a nerd, but this just looks so cool.
Juniper and a scrub oak.
Because we got 3 different types of bark going on there. It just looks neat. So
that one's just dead.
Well, either way, it still looks cool. I just see that, I don't know, it looks cool. Alright, so we did the Cochise Stronghold today here in Pearce, Arizona. It is a cool thing to see when you're in the area, but one thing I would say is if you are in the area, definitely do both of them, why not? But I would do the Cochise Stronghold first and then do the Chiricahua National Monument, because it does look very similar. However, the Chiricahua is way bigger and a lot more awing. I don't know if there's a better word for that or not, but yeah, it's just a lot bigger, and they're both neat, but I would definitely start with Cochise Stronghold. That way, it actually, you'll enjoy it more that way, I feel like. Anyway, and we are getting ready for a sandstorm, windstorm. I don't know what they call it here, but check this out. Here we go. I don't know how you can see it. I got a little sunburn today. Getting ready for our first windstorm, sandstorm, duststorm, I don't know, of our Arizona time. You can kind of see it in the background a little bit. See the brown haze on the horizon? It's coming. Let me see. Can you see it better? Hang on, let me show you. It's so crazy, so I'm assuming it's coming from this direction, because you can see it. See the brown? And see where the mountain, you cannot really see. It's starting to cover the mountain up. So, it's supposed to be, check it. It's supposed to be 30-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So, I'm just sitting here wondering, is it going to be anything like Afghanistan? I guess we'll see. And this is what the pictures of the dust storm ended up looking like. But anyway, until next time.